Yeah, come on live faster this time. No intros, just me. Like, paid all my bills, did this, did that, got everything I needed done yesterday. Was expecting to watch Courtney, was expecting to watch Gladys. Nobody showed up. So, I am here. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Cheryl. And how are you two today? I just figured I needed to sew. Didn't know who I was going to sew with. So, nobody was on. Hi, Kathy. Trying to get this YouTube over to mine. It's like, good to see me. Oh, is you busy needing someone to sew with too? It's Friday, another quiet day. Oh, they just had a new Moonkin one. I'll have to look. Like I need another project, right? It's like I was cutting out fabrics today. Hi, June. I was cutting out more pieces. I have 10, 20. I have 14 up on the wall. So I only have how many to go? A lot. Hi, Carol. But I'm working on more spools and stars. I have 2 up here done waiting. I need them. I just assemble them when I get 4. Hi, Patty G. Yeah, it is evening for you. Yeah, I'm getting them done at least. Today, I screwed up on a couple of them. Me and the seam ripper had a date. You only spent 30 cents. Yeah, it's nice when you have a coupon and a gift card. Hi, Gladys. Yeah, I was waiting for Gladys to come on to sew with, and that didn't happen. Waited for Courtney, and that didn't happen. That was first. So I said, nobody wants to sew with me today. So Darlene did. She's doing dinner now. But she's got 3 rows to my 2 rows because I spent the morning cutting everything. And I still don't have enough cut. But I undercut because I didn't want to make a mistake and have too many. See, I don't have Sean's Discord anymore, Melanie. It's like when my old laptop went, all that stuff went. So I don't know anything about how to do that anymore. That's me. I don't know how to do it. And I was on there because Courtney got me. Did you get the apartment cleaned out? I don't have to literally clean it just out, take out the trash. Yeah. Did you get all the neighbors' crafts that you needed? I'm not going to start any new projects, new hobbies, new this. I've looked at tatting. Hi, Tammy. Oh, thank you, Tammy. It's like I'm trying to get a bucket list done, is what I call it. All the quilts that I have in a book, I've got patterns saved, ideas saved, trying to get them. My rotating mat is a 13 by 13. Hi, Randy. So that one was almost together. Almost. Now I'm working on the cutting more. I have the lines drawn in through a couple of them because the other day on the live, I didn't know how far I would get. Gotta make the chat bigger. There. But I really have to watch carefully because my white on white is hard to tell. And that's why I had to take mine apart today. I had a white on white backwards. And I guess I've used my seam ripper too much. I tried the seam ripping mistake, and it's like this isn't sharp enough. But I took the one out of the sewing machine that I've never used, and it's now officially been used. And I actually ripped one apart doing that. And I didn't cut a hole in the material. So that was an accomplishment today. I put off my, you don't use a ripper, just throw it out. But when I put this white on white backwards, I have to flip it back. If it's a little tiny piece of it, I just let it go. But if it's not a little tiny piece of it, it has to be brought back. I'm chain sewing a couple of the blocks. Yeah, your blocks that you get are already made, so that if they are a mistake, you just leave them. And I put some more on my hexie quilt. I added some more pieces to my hexie quilt. A couple more flowers. Got one flower to go, and then that row's done. And then I gotta grab the purple and do that row. I am thinking about just adding all of them I need to add. You finished a baby quilt top this morning? Did you post it? I was just in Facebook, but it's like I didn't see. He shouldn't. Oh, he'll probably have some issues. I don't know how well they grip or not. Okay, just a little bit ago. I finally heard back from our birthday girl quilter yesterday, Laura Austin. She's been sick. Got a long day at work and just didn't feel like doing much. So she did go to a Japanese restaurant today for lunch. I seen it on Facebook. I don't like when everybody's sick. Guess I didn't even run this half through. Make sure it's right side together. Hi, Janice. You don't have them? I have a ruler that slips quite frequently. That are some of these custom mades. And I slid it right off the table and broke it. Where my other ones don't slide when they're sitting on the table as easy as that one did. But it's just, we just hope for the best. That's all we can do. Okay, this is one block here. And you can get those grip things. I like the ones that looks like a donut. But I did get my lawn mowed from yesterday. Got my lawnmower up front. And I mowed it. And then I made sure that Miss Alani looked at it. I says, I mowed the lawn for you. She says, that's good. When a 4-year-old, almost 5-year-old tells you that you need to mow your lawn, that's getting pretty bad. She gets that from her grandpa. And then he said I should lower the blade one more. I says, why catch now? Get a cow or a goat, then you can sow more? Yeah. I don't have kids until Tuesday after school. It just, it dawned on me. Because I think Alani's staying camping with them. Her mom was trying to convince her to come back home and go to school, stay with grandma on Sunday night. It's like, she's not going to miss that much in her TK. It's like, I knew I just had my ruler. Yeah, my neighbors would complain if I got chickens. Even though there wouldn't be a thing they could do, they could just complain. But I said, my luck, the chickens would be on their porch and leave the eggs over there, or I couldn't trespass to go get my eggs. But today we're climbing up the totem pole. We're heading to 54. We got beautiful sunshine. Your blade doesn't cut as smooth as mine. And this is actually the rotary cutter's the blade's getting dull. But I only like this kind. This is all I own are Fiskars. I have purple, grays, shades of gray. I just put those blocks on top of another block. I'm a Fisker rotating Fisker other cutting mats. When I went to replace the one cutting mat, nobody had Fiskars. So I got the Coulter Select, which is a little more costly. And then it had a defect, so then it COVID hit and the shipping wasn't coming in, so I waited months to get me a new larger cutting mat. If I kept using my damaged one, I put a piece of tape over it and flipped it over. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't have to. And the thing is, Randy, the angle that we put on it. If you have too much angle this way, you have to really press on it. You have to be more relaxed. Because I will cut every now and then like this across. And I have to do it twice because I can't put the pressure I need. I go, where's the other piece? But yeah, this blade's getting dull. And I'm not putting much pressure at all. That's a super light there. But you can hear when it's cutting if you got good hearing. But you know, most men don't. Unless it has the word food in there. At least that's the way it was with my husband. I used it a lot today and still have all my fingers. Well, that's good. Used to be, whenever I put in a new blade, I would skim off a little tiny piece off of the side of this pointer finger. And that little thin piece coming off of there, that air would just burn. I should have flipped that iron around. Hi, so Terry. Did everybody go see So Terry's little short she put out today? For your flag block? Okay. That's only going to be a half-inch reveal when you're done. That's a thin stripe. Is that for the stripes of the flag? You're just making one block? I'm still working on this pattern. I wrote so many hours to go and then the video. Okay. Yeah. I told Terry no matter what, when I watch it, I'll put my purple hearts in the comments. If I watch it on my laptop, I got a fine for the next club quilt, YouTube quilt. Make sure this is the right way. Yep. Yes. Kind of my signature, the 3 purple hearts. Because I put it in my comments. Better turn around before the iron shuts down again. Okay. One red, white, and blue is the theme. No purple. Hey, I have from the Rita Block Swap one. Gal did hers all patriotic, all her blocks that she handed out, and I have purple in mine. Oh, get the right pile here. Yeah, I got a lot of purple in the Rita Block Swap. I'll have to dig that quilt out someday. I don't think I ever posted a picture. Well, I don't post many on Facebook. It's like, ouch. Hi, Sarah. Okay, you just made dinner? I'm having leftovers from last night. Delaney ate everything on her plate. Alan nibbled, mainly in ketchup. He did eat one of my potatoes because I took a potato out of the bowl and put a sprinkle of salt on it and ate it, and he wanted one. So he took a bite. He ate it. And then Alani, she slept through the whole meal. And then when she woke up, she wanted pizza, just as everybody was leaving. And Grandma said she would feed her when she got home, but she wanted something now. And so it was just one of those things. So I give her a small strawberry float to make it to get her home. Because grandmas could do that. And then they was playing on the office chairs I have. I have two out in the other room, and then this one. They was spinning. And Alan got super dizzy and he fell off. It was falling off the chair and I caught him. And he was so dizzy. But then he goes, more. He wanted more. That crazy. And then Alani wanted to start spinning. So then they had two chairs spinning. The grandkids have both of those chairs as old as my grandkids. And Douglas turns 28 this year. He's my oldest. 28, 26, 26, 25, 25, 23 are their ages. Hi, Jennifer. Okay, now to do some trimming. This one can sit over there for now. I need to trim these to 3x3. Hello, Carrie. Carrie's been crashing early every night. Or she goes over with Clint. Carrie dumped me for somebody else. But I think she's been crashing early. Donnie is probably still working. Okay. Because it is still Friday. Okay. Thank you, Terry. She went and replied back. But it's always an accomplishment. 288 2-inch half square triangles for a 1 5-yard quilt. Okay. Well, this quilt's going to be using closer to 6. I don't know its exact usage yet because of the border change, because I'm going to expand it the best I can. 70 by 90. If I got to pay for a long armor, it's going to be a better one. Then I'm thinking about Minky. Hi, Gayla. You've been cleaning your apartment. I heard you say that the other day on Clint's Crafting with Love. I noticed it too late. They was just getting over. Marshall has gorgeous 108 on sale. Closing my eye. They have a 108 on sale? What color? When you peek through those eyelids. I have to order a gray for the one quilt that I have. But I want to get it sent out so I can use it. But Tuesday about 9:30, I'm supposed to have Ellen. So I'll do it early Tuesday so you guys, the ones that know Alan, the tornado, you can see how he's growing. There will be no sewing at that time. I might even take the laptop to the living room because there's too many things in here that tornado would probably want his fingers in, because he come in here. I need a black 108. I like a I don't know what their blacks look like. I just have that different, the reds, the grays, in my print. But I like to be able to turn mine over and use both sides. Yeah. Yeah. I balanced my budget. I was only behind since the first of the year. There's no rush, right? We need toys to cut things out. But being I work in this small area, because my cutting mat, there's what, 3-4 inches between here and here. So I have a 15 by 18 space right here. And then I have the same space for ironing, a little bigger space for ironing. Okay, those are trimmed. Put that one. Find the 1-1. I was making mistakes today. This is supposed to be 3 by 3. I didn't finish trimming it. I just noticed that. Oh well, right? Randy, I told you yesterday that I was jealous of you. And Randy, I used 4 different ones today. Well, that's good. You have to experiment to see what works for you. You do have to do that. I use pretty much, I have the 4 I use the longest. 3 hanging there and 1 in the drawer. Or I use the most, the longest. I used to have a 6.5 by 6.5. Now I only have a 5.5 by 5.5. In other words, I'd be using the 12 by 12, 12.5 by 12.5. I'm not a kneader of the extras. I just don't use. I'm just the simple person. I make do with what I got. And I'm happy with them. Okay, that's all cut. That one's trimmed. I should be putting this out for birds because they should be starting their nests here before long. My biggest is 6.5 by 6.5, 2.5. Smallest, my 2.5 by 2.5 has that white thing tied in it for Delaney. That has Delaney's name written on it because it was part of a kit that I won. And I never used the kit. I added 3 flowers on last night, Kathy. I have 1 more to go, and that row's done. And then I'm going to start the purple row. And then I'll flip it over and do another. Hi, guess who, Nancy? So here's these pieces. So in the assembly line, I have pieces up here, but it's like just saving thread. Or Randy strings. Every time I catch myself, Randy strings come out. I only have 14, 15, 16, 17 done of 63, Randy. So you do the math on that one. I got a long ways to go. I'll work on it all weekend. At night I work on the hexies, or I knit on the slipper or sock. Whichever I'm doing, booty or sock. So faster. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I need to sew faster. But faster doesn't mean that they're accurate. And you don't catch yourself before you've sewed the mistake. Besides, 1,600 stitches a minute in a 3-inch area, I don't need speed. Because I can only sew so fast so far. You paid the rent coming in? Okay. I'm just happy when people follow and join. Nest that one little seam, line it up. Yeah, it's like you can only sew so fast. And I'm doing what my thing says is 2. I quit sewing in 2.5 for quilts 2.5 is for when I sew clothes. And then when you got to take time to stop and do this, putting them back together, it all adds up. I didn't even bother to try CenturyLink today. I went straight to my Verizon. I'm going to have to get a hold of them and say, if you don't fix it, I'm going to quit Verizon or CenturyLink. Because why should I pay for 2 internet services if one doesn't work? Okay, one of the pieces. Okay, to get that one off, use this. My foot's getting further away than my leg is long. Walks on carpet just as well as anything else. Our CenturyLink sold out to Brightspeed. Well, hopefully ours sells out to something too. That works better. We don't even have a tech in our area anymore. They moved them all towards the big city. And the guy we have, I think he only does landlines. Yeah, that's the way. Time flies, Randy, when you're in sewing. I started at 10, I think it was. And next thing I know, I heard the noon whistle, because we have a noon whistle. And then it was 1:30. I go, where'd the time go? You've had 0. See, I don't think ours is updating, Patty G. They're not doing the updates that they should. Oh, June got her rail fence done. Yay, June! She started that in September. Whatever Jelly Roll Day is. I think it's September. Mine's done, but it's never been. It's laying on the long arm to be quilted. You need to slow down. Yeah. Well, you was putting up with your sister and stuff too. And the Christmas holiday. Okay, that one goes someplace so I don't lose it. And this one presses to the print. You're looking for the batting and backing? Okay. Going to do it downstairs or upstairs? Because it's getting to be nicer weather. You could go downstairs and try again. She has a mid-arm downstairs. I know I got these 2 table runners here. But I don't have to have them done till next year. Yeah, that's it. I bought Minky for mine. Because that way, if one of the grandkids is here, they like the soft stuff. He was trying to read chat and messed it up. Well, June can be that troublemaker that way. It's like June can cause trouble just like the rest of us. That's like my granddaughter telling me I need to put on my glasses. It's like you shouldn't have to argue with the little one. So I can't even remember which one I did now. I have the pattern, but it's like, hi, darling. Oh, you was eating an early dinner? Wow, that works. I'm going to have leftovers. So I know what I'm having. But I said I was going to sew these blocks all day, and that's what I'm doing. Today, tomorrow, Monday. Nighttime's for the sit-down stuff. She did it on purpose. Did she? Yeah. She tells us all something. And again, I forgot. There's the link for this block. This is the one through Pinterest. It comes out the same place as my other one. This is the one from Pinterest. Or however we say Pinterest. Pinterest. Oh, that's not the... I need these blocks. I'm trying to trim something that's not even... But I had to go up on Rita's and show them. Because Rita was bound to determine it was 2 blocks. And she couldn't believe when it was 1. I just happened to go in there at the time she was saying it. I just turned my laptop off. So I had to start everything back up. Randy's about the same way. I get everything all cut down and Randy comes on. I just don't leave my stuff run all day. Runs enough. Randy used a whole spool of thread. I have to order more. I think since the first of the year, I have went through almost one of these. I used up all the gray. This one here had twice as much as the gray. And I had to get another one. I use that in my bobbin. I put gray in the bobbin and white in the top. Because they're both light colors, so it doesn't matter. Just like I use charcoal gray instead of black now. But I have black. It's like on these blocks here that I've doing. I've already went through 2 bobbins and just about done with the third. But I have a loose one down here rolling around somewhere. Because I always put it back in the hole. Oh, there it is. So I've used almost 3 bobbins of thread making these. It all adds up. And then I'm using another spool of thread on the hexie quilt. The other day, yesterday, I was on in the morning, then I was on in the afternoon. I went up with Kathy to teach her how to do hexies. And then I went on and did my live again yesterday afternoon. Trying to get as much of this stuff as I can get done. But I went up to Kathy's because she needed to learn more on the hexie quilt. And the best way is grab her while I can. But it all adds up. So is anybody else sewing today? I'm sure Cheryl is working on binding or prairie points. Prairie points is what she's probably working on. Prairie points are a fun thing to do. They're on my Halloween. Carol's still working on her cathedral windows. How far do you got to go on them? I like this quilt, but I know I'm not ready to try. This is actually classified a pretty easy one, but there is a lot of trimming. You're going to use your mid-arm? Okay. Okay, June. That'll work. As long as I have this down here. This one's been sewed through. This one's been sewed. Both sides of the line. The other pieces are on my lap. Because I'm using them as leader and enders. You just started last week? Okay. So you got a ways to go. Randy. It's like, I just call mine a small long arm because I have the 16 throat machine that weighs 50 pounds. My son yells at me if I pick up the machine. He carried it in. He says, "Don't pick this up, Mom." The little rebel, the little buddy. Yeah, I already forgot what the thing's called. Littlefoot. That's my alarm clock. Tell me I drop time when I remember. It's Littlefoot with the buddy system. is the long arm part. In other words, it'd be like a grace frame, 5-foot grace frame. That's its original intention. Yes, the little foot. And then the machine is not Sweet 16, it's simply 16. Sweet 16 is the sit-down model, and simply 16 is the stand-up model. Little foot frame is handy quilter. That frame I have is now selling for a lot. I paid mine at the time, it was valued $7.95, but it's not $7.95 anymore. But the thing about my machine, and it's 50 pounds, it's awkward because it's 16 inches just from the needle there, and then you have all that backspace, you have the roller bar that it's sitting on. Then you got to come in and sit it on the frame correctly. Okay. There's the block, another one. I keep hitting the mouse and it puts things up on the board. And then they call it something else when they go over to, who's the other company? Yeah, Baby Lock has a table that's similar to it, but they have a different name. But the Baby Lock has a machine that they've got it through Handy Quilter with their name on it. I'm trying to think of the name of it, but it's the one Hadmain from Ying has. Anyway, hi, Blessed by Jess. It is after I bought the little buddy system. When I bought the buddy system, I can roll up the back on the bar. In the top start, it floats. And then when it floats, I have Harbor Freight tool magnets sit across the front bar. That way the quilt keeps its firmness, the tightness. I'm in charge of the flow. Yeah, that's why I got the little foot frame or the little buddy, so I could have both. I could be like the big machine. Hi, Della. How are you today? But when you search like the Grace frame and that, it doesn't come up. The little foot frame should come up with it, but it doesn't. But it gives you a nice height adjustment and whatnot. But I don't know what it would take to put it on that tray. You know, the thing that my machine's on. But I'm supposed to put it on my original is to put it on the frame just like you do, Terry. That's how I'm supposed to do it. That is not how I do it. Oh, thank you, Della. It's like, I just get these goals that I want to get another project done, and then try to figure out what one I'm going to start next. And it's in a tote behind me over there. I can't even remember what it's called. But again, it doesn't have purple in it. It has orange and turquoise and stuff in it. Yes, it is about $12.99 now. I think you Googled it last time. Because metal goes, just think what it's going to be now. But I'm happy with it, just like you're happy with yours. I can make a 4-foot wide project and I can put several of them together. Yes. That went up $50. When I bought mine, it was $450. And I see that that's only extra. And then brother has a small 5-foot table also. Yes. This is never going to be a business for me. If I sell a quilt here and there, that just means somebody likes my work, I guess. My quilt that I sold and sent off for the long arm, it's on its way back. I have, mine's a frame. And then it has a back table also to sit stuff on. But you could do the snap on. I have all those things to snap it on. I used to use them to hold the quilt top on, but it was always putting tension and rolling it down. You couldn't keep the tension rolled backwards. Oh, guess you can't sew without thread. Ran out an inch ago. But I have all those things that snap on the frame. And if I want more, I have to buy them, of course. And then Vicki Lemire, she had the Grace frame, and then she bought extra to make it wider. She's going to use her whole table. They sold her they had some connector pieces and things for her Grace frame, because she was going to double its width. And then because she said she could live with the 6 inches of quilting. She just wanted to be able to do it all at once. Because we talked about that. And then she bought it, and then one of the kids would come over and help her. I said, I wished I lived closer. Oh, yeah, especially since her husband passed away now. He moved right in with the daughter. Yes, Vicki Lemire, all in caps. Dear sweet Vicki. It's like I told Laura, I says, I'm thinking of you a lot here lately because of this. This quilt is all fabric that she bought me. And she's been sick for the last month. Congestion, cough. Disneyland was not nice to her. Yep, that was one of her things. And then she'd call Kathy. She wouldn't type anymore, but she'd call Kathy. It was the fun part of Vicky. Now, how many of us can have that memory in our YouTube family? Yes, Randy, we could call you. Just don't let us find your number. I'm sure you've given it to somebody, but we could harass you. Yep. There's always something that she was a hoot. It was worth watching this for that. Yep. I think my number in her cell phone was auto dial. Okay, that block's done. This one needs trimmed. This one needs a sew. Means I have 2 blocks going at the same time here. Hi, Lori Clark. Yes, Vicky memories. I have them every day. I see them in this bunny quilt. She gave me the striped fabric that's the borders, and there's 3 bunnies in there. Yep, the frog lady. There's always a memory. It's like Melinda, she'll even ask about some of these quilts. Because she'd be smoking on a cigarette and she had that hoarser voice. Always. I'd call down to her and I say, "Can you put the cigarette down?" Hi, Rhonda. Okay, you kept the baby girl. I am making the spools and thread. It's spools and stars. It's that one right here on the wall. The one that's been the talk over at Rita's. It's like, yeah, it's 1 block. I just sat it down. Here, I'll show you again. You just make 1 block repeatedly. For the 3-yard quilt, it's 20 of them. But I'm making a 70 by 90 quilt, and then the borders. So technically, I'm making a 3-yard of each, a 6-yard, a 3, 6, 9-yard quilt. Technically, is what I'm doing. But yes, 70 by 90, and then the borders. I'll put it out to a nice extra wide twin. I try to get all my quilts long enough to go over a twin bed, because when I go to one of those happy homes or they kick me out of my bedroom, I'm going to need a smaller bed. So I can't keep making all king size. But the original one, I'll grab the pattern right here. The one with the 3-yard quilts is Have flipped a few pages. It's definitely a waste of inks. Uh, it's someplace around 50 by 60. I guess they don't tell. It says expect the side border pieces 50 and a half. I highly recommend measuring the quilt top and expect the top and bottom 44 and a half. Okay. So it's, just like the 3-yard quilts. They're lap quilts. And it's 20 blocks and I'm doing 40 or 63. 7 by 9. Darlene's doing the same thing. But it's like, no, if I want to, I'm going to stay home forever. But you got to be prepared for that ever. And so, like, if I want to get a walker down the side of my bed, I'm going to have to go down from the king size bed to full size bed or something. I don't know yet. Haven't got that far yet. But it's just one of those things. You plan for the future. A queen size bed would make it to where the walker could go in there. But then if you want to take a wheelchair in there, then you need to go down to the double bed. Because the wheelchairs are a little bit wider than the walkers. Because they put those wheels on the outside, not under us. We already made sure to put the 32-inch doors in the house when we remodeled. We measured wheelchairs. You've planned for your crafting future? Yeah, I'm trying to use up some of mine plans. The pattern on this isn't as easy to print, Rhonda, as we'd like. This gal was not in compacting anything. Be picky when you print out your pages, because it's like, I think, what was it, the last? Because we have the layout page that took a whole bunch of space. But then when they did the page before that, here's the layout page. Then they show you how to do the rows. Then there's that page that they really didn't need to put. And then this big picture with the first border added onto it. And then then this page, they put the second border on. So if you don't need all those secondary pictures, be picky on what you print. Yes. And then I have the black, white, yellow that we did at the Jelly Roll over on Kathy's with the bees in it. That was all Vicky Lemire fabric except for the white. She traded me some batiks for that material. She gave me that material. I told her I didn't want a trade. She could just have my batik. I sent her. But you can't push. You cannot push a person. Then on her way to the hospital, before she went, she put a box in the car to be mailed to me. So her daughter finished mailing it to me with the stuff she wanted me to have. And that box is in the closet, I think, still with all the stuff in it. She sent me flower seeds, all sorts of little things. Things in purple. Things are purple. Yeah, my phone reminds me the day she passed. I put it in my phone. I was on vacation to the Oregon coast. Called her from there when she was in the hospital. Yes, she sent me a bunch of tea. She did, she did. I had to sit the tea outside for a while. You could tell it come from a smoking house. Same with the fabric. Plus, I had lost my water line again. And the neighbor, my bathroom was tore apart. So I didn't have a washer and dryer. And the neighbor took the fabric home and washed it for me. She asked me why I had this material outside. It's like, so I told her, and she said, well, give it to me. I'll take it home and wash it for you. She said, I won't press it, but I'll wash it for you. So she brought it back, and I pressed it and cut it up. I still have 1, 2, 3 pieces of fabric that she sent me. 3 1-yard cuts still. I'll use them in a 3-yard quilt. Melinda loved listening to that lady. How she could be bossy. It's like, she goes, is that how you're going to be when you get that age, Mom? He says, Melinda, I'm older than she is. Oh. Melinda thought she was older. I said, nope. She's younger than I. I still have the picture of her husband at Christmas when all of her quilts was given out to her family last year. I just memories. Yes. Well, I think because she knew what was her. I think she knew her medical. She just wasn't telling us. See, this fabric needs a little bit more of a plan. So I got yellow, green, and this turquoise stripe. So this is going to take a little bit more of a plan, but I'll make a 3-yard quilt out of it. She just knew, she kept telling me, I have to get all these quilts done. I have to get this quilt top done. I have to get this quilt top done. Yeah, we never want to admit it. You know, we think we're going to live forever. Austin says I am. I says, I don't plan on sewing forever. Oh, and I always tell him we're not guaranteed tomorrow. We're never guaranteed tomorrow. But yeah, my phone bill, that's back when we got actual paper phone bills. There's always phone calls to her house. Sometimes 3 a day, 4 a day. Guaranteed it was 2. Because she'd say, how do you make this one? How do you make this one? Okay, another one to sew together. Oh, I'll put this back down just so if anybody's wanting to see the placements. Hi, Sally. Yeah, that's like I like that one, Lori. Blockbuster. Who you gonna call? I just watched Ghostbusters the other day for the first time. I think I have to watch it again because I think I missed a lot. But when I get this one done, I'll I'll say a goodbye for today. And I'll sew with Darlene again. We usually start sewing again about 5:30 my time, 8:30 her time. So I don't get to sew with her tomorrow. So who knows? You might see me tomorrow. I don't know. But it'll be after Laura Lynn if Laura Lynn's got alive. Because I don't have kids. I can do what I want. The big pieces are, these square out to 6 inches or 5.5 inches. They started with 6 inch. These started with 3.5 and then cut when you cut your half square triangles, then trim the 3. And then when that blocks together, because if you take 3 and 3, 5.5, because these all the blocks have to measure 5.5 when they're done. And then the thing is folding them the right way. Pressing to the right direction. That's the other thing. Yesterday I kept sewing it together wrong, which is normal. Because the 3-inch squares, when you sew the first seam, should take it down to 5.5. And they only have the 1 seams each. What is Laura Lynn's channel? Mom and Pops. It's called Mom and Pops. Let me see. That's like, oops. Let me go over here. YouTube. Oh, come on. It was just up here. I'm going to try and get you the link. A link. While I'm waiting. A watch pot never boils, right? So don't watch it. My local train going through. One of several. And Rita Roost is coming on. More. You already got it up there, huh? Mom and Pop. It's like, I need to make one of those folders. I need to make me a folder that stores all that stuff in. Yeah, Lori Clark's going to go see her at Easter. My high school classmate is going to be down from Alaska for Easter. And then she's going to go up and see a friend from where we grew up. Hi, Katie. And how are you today? I watched as much as Katie's as I could until the kid got off the bus. And then I had to work on my dinner for the family and take care of the almost 5. I'm fine, Katie. I'm just trying to get all sorts of things accomplished. You'd think that I was on my last wish list, but I have so many quilts planned that it's like it's going to take me a while. I should have did the other one first, but I got my partner in crime, Darlene, to start with me on this one. Well, the Hunter Star one was on my wish list. And then the Stellar Magic come up somewhere. It just appeared. So we had to do that one. But I ended up with 3 Hunter Stars. It's like I wanted to make sure I had plenty of practice in a Hunter Star. Now I'm thinking about another one of these, but make it scrappy. Because you could make the whole thing scrappy. When I was looking at my Hunter Star, all scrappy, it's like, yes, it could all be done. Very scrappy. But it's just, I keep busy. If I don't keep busy, then I find things to snack on. And I don't need to snack on. So the more I can find to quilt and work on, knit, crochet. Fear I'll have to take my counted cross stitch off the wall right there and work on it too. But I'm trying to plan what I'm going to take on Melinda's wedding weekend. And there's another one. Spools, a spool of thread, and the stars. And to get the stars, there they are on the wall right there. And it's purple, not blue. I've been asked. It is definitely, it can't get much purpler. Purple, there's couple shades of purple flowers. But I want to thank everybody for joining me. I hope I made your day. Have someone to sew with. It's always fun to have somebody to sew with. And I got to press these up. Sew them in groups of 4. It's like, always keep them in groups of 4. That's how I started it, because it's like I wanted you guys to see the star effect right off the bat. It's like when you plan a live, you plan your steps. And it just made so many people are now going to be making it. Not Terry yet. He will be. You're welcome, Terry. It's like, someday we're going to, Terry, beyond her hands and her voice. Terry is a very beautiful lady. My quilting sister. I have so many sisters, so many places. I have so many quilting friends. I said I need to win the lottery, and then I'll just hire a guy to drive me around to all my friends. Yeah. It's like, someday, I just don't know where to start. I'd have to put all my quilting friends in no, I'd have to do a map. Because I'd have to, we could call it the quilting trail, right? There's 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this one's already pressed, but nope, it's not. It could be. Yeah, my riding lawnmower. I'd be better off with my witch's broom. I wasn't going to say that. Lori Clark is the only one that has a little piece of me at her place. It's like a little piece of me. And Carrie, we'd have to meet at the border and talk across the invisible line. Lori Clark would be the same thing. I can't lie on too many more Canadian packages, that's for dang sure. If they would have opened that up, they'd probably wonder. I called it a key ring. They had me title it. I think Lori gave me the hardest time about that purple poo. Because she said you can't send it across the border. And I even went to the post office and checked. He says it doesn't say anything about it. I've sent sage bugs in the mail. Because like getting all the blocks all nice and stacked up there, pressed. Yeah, Lori has a little piece of me up on the shelf. But I want to thank everybody. I was going to say, did I just freeze? See, up there, my shirt looks gray. Over here, my shirt looks green. If I could go find some dry poo, I could send more of my friends. We could have the poo club. That would be something to talk about. I'm part of the poo club. But thank you again, guys, for all coming over. And I will continue sewing. So I got 6 here. I got a long ways to go. That 14. This is 20. I'm one of the 3-yard quilts done. Oh, hi, Denise. And bye, Della. And Katie says, put the like, hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, Katie. And we'll talk to you guys. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Don't know. Just depends on if I get tired by myself. I don't even have family in town, just Austin. He's up playing. Oh, his Xbox broke, so I don't know what he's doing. But we'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.